is called Ambiance.
Hello, this is Augustus Larch. Don't mind Danny. He's had a rough day. This is my 5 facts vlog. First number fact is, I believe that I am the original queer. If you look up the historical use of the word queer, the definition applies to a person like me, not of a person of altered sexual orientation. So, to the norm. So, I'm very queer friendly, by the way. I don't think it's any kind of, I don't think it's a fact, it should be a factor in anybody's judgment as a person. And, well, to illustrate the fact that I'm the original queer is that number 2, how's this for queer? I'm an ascetic, a devoted ascetic. That means I've sworn off the regular comforts of humanity, the regular pattern of operating, to operate in a pattern, in a way that it's harder. It's not, people aren't as familiar. So I'm very accustomed to using non-conventional things. I'm a non-conventional person, which is the definition of queer, non-conventional. And devoted ascetic, I took a vow against certain things. The first, like sex, alcohol, all that stuff. Food. I've fasted for periods, but the first thing I swore off was sex, and I'm straight, by the way. So, and I only took a vow of chastity, not celibacy. I don't think I could handle celibacy. That's when you don't even fantasize or anything about the opposite sex. Being chaste means that you don't impose. There's no imposition on the members of the opposite sex at all. You approach them like, yes, I'm a guy, and I might be attracted to you, but there will be I will pursue you not in this situation and future situations. So that's what being chaste is. I have to go vow chastity, not celibacy. And this might be amazing to some people, but this is the devotion part of being an ascetic. Probably the last time I did the deed or whatever was like early 2000. Yes. So that's devotion. Yes. Alcohol was a little bit later on, and just, about 3 years later. But I kind of, well, you can't quit everything at once. See, that's a horrible thing to tell somebody, but that's what I did, and I got really hurt by it. I hurt other people too. Drinking's a bad thing, hurts the world. People should always be mindful that indulgence hurts the individual same as the collective. So, we're a collective. Humanity's a collective mind. And when somebody's damaging themselves, it damages everybody. And the people have to understand that. That's part of being an ascetic. You learn that when you're fasting and being temperate. I'm very, very temperate. Minding my morals. But I'm a moralist, but if you come to fact number 3, I feel this divine calling to destroy religion. So I believe it's just twisted mind control. It's bad for people. I drop my notes. So, and it reduces the amount that I can tap that collective. I mean, I want a lot of amperage out there, and my amperage is being reduced by these people who enslave the other people's souls. They give their soul over to a deity. So he's a deity. Does that make him divine? Not always. If you look at the fine points of language and what things mean, the etymology of things, you understand that it can be a deity with a little d. This means that they're deviating from the naturals, from their natural place. People don't know that there's elemental forces out there at play. And the old alchemy, that's alchemy with a capital A. It's been select knowledge for a few people, and it's useful, and one can wield it. You can use it as analogous to other things. It applies universally, and and that probably comes to my fourth fact. I've always had natural abilities of a shaman, and I'm not going to even call myself a shaman. I'm just using that. That's the only way I can explain it, really. The traditional aspects of a shaman, and I am not a shaman because I believe a shaman follows a scheduled pattern of ordination so they can bring others along and pass on the tradition. I just have certain scattered abilities, and I can't even keep them totally consistent. So it just seems to, when the chips are down, seem to always get that little bit of wiggle room. And I've actually started to try and publish a little bit. I write down notes of how, part of it, well, I'll get into this is for later posts. So that's fact number 4. And the fact number 5 is I'm training for the apocalypse. Seriously doing that. And I like to call it the epocalypse because it's an epoch. It's just a change. It's the turn of the age. In between ages, there's cataclysms. And we're due for a grand cataclysm. I think it's something like the Mayan said it was 12,000. So it's a duplicitous. We're going or something like that. There might be the star system may look different after the next change of the age, but one's got to be ready for that physically, and I am maintaining high physical fitness. I watch my health. The aesthetic thing really helps, and I do a pretty intense regimen of physical training during the winter. I mostly consistently ski over 400 miles, and that's ungroomed, so I'm breaking track. 2, I have never really skied on groomed trails, so I'm waiting for that snow to crust up out there, because I got some atomic skis I'm ready to try out. But that's my 5 facts. This is Augustus Lodge.